It is 6:01 on Thursday, the 23rd of June. Calling the Finance Committee meeting to order. We are going to jump over the minutes because we don't have enough people here to do that. So the second thing would be the committee reorganization.
So I would make a motion that we, as long as there's no objection, I make a motion that we nominate Karen as chairperson for the next year.
Anybody else want the jump? Don't all jump.
I don't know enough.
Yeah, it's hard. I think that we just, I would amend his motion to just say keep it current.
Keep it as is.
Keep the current slate as is.
Can we do it as
We can do it as
Yes.
a slate. There's no reason that says we can't do it as a slate, is there?
No.
Okay.
So I agree with.
Okay,
I'll
so the
withdraw my
current
motion.
slate is chair, vice chair, and clerk. Is that acceptable? Anybody else want to run for something? Tommy, you want to step in on any of them?
Want to run for the hills.
Surely you will. Western Hills.
Oh, phew.
You went up to Acadia, so that's a hill.
It was a
Yeah,
big hill.
yeah. Okay, so we have a motion, and do we get a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Unanimous. Perfect. Okay. So, appropriation transfer requests.
So I got 3 of them here. Do we have 4 to do or 3?
We have 6 tonight. Okay, so to transfer $100 from machine and paper supplies, of which they have $356.38 in the account, to machine and paper purchase services, of which they have negative $61.19.
And who's that for?
Hold on. The town hall copy charges were over the estimated cost for the fiscal year. This is from Becky, because Becky handles that.
I'll make a motion that we approve it as documented.
Second.
Any discussion? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I gotta count. I cannot.
You got 5 fingers, that's good.
Any discussion? Any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Sorry, I have to fill in these stupid things out.
Need a rubber stamp.
Were these the ones what Tamika sent out on the
Those ones went out last week,
21st?
the 21st, yep. I'm sorry, yeah, what, I don't even know. what
No,
date
it's
it
not,
is
wouldn't have been
anymore.
the 21st.
No,
It was like the
last week.
14th or 15th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so $1,500 from treasurer purchase services, of which they have $3,505.95, to treasurer supplies, of which there is $0 available. Supply account budget was not enough to cover increase in costs for various supplies. Envelopes and toner, $1,500 in purchase services for temporary borrowing costs were not used this fiscal year due to refinancing.
I'll make the motion that we approve it as documented.
Second.
Any discussion? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, unanimous.
Hey, Alex.
Good.
Hi, Alex.
Look at that, he brought stuff for us.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
I see it says sharing size at the top.
I don't know what that means.
He's hungry.
It's always funny when they say family size too, and then I just eat it myself.
Don't worry, I'd be the exact same way, so don't worry. Okay.
I'm happy to share though.
$50 from health insurance, of which they have $41,238.28, to life insurance, of which they have a negative $38.20. Estimated expense for fiscal year 2023, life insurance benefits was short.
They missed $50.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, I'll make the motion that we approve it as documented.
Second.
Any discussion? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Too many signatures on these things.
Did you change it to 6?
I did. It looks like a funny 6, but it's there. Okay, transfer $61.84 from police full-time wages, of which there's $93,320.15, to the police grant account, of which there is negative $61.84. Purchased equipment for body worn camera grant. Final invoice was slightly higher than original quote, and grant amount was $33,529. Uh-oh.
Yeah, okay. A lot of money to burn before the end of the year in the wages account, isn't it?
That's a lot.
Nope, goes back to
I
free
need to
cash.
give you that too.
I know,
to get to
but-
the
But that's a
overtime
lot
line.
of
Watch how we
Check
go
if there
through
was
it.
anything
Well, I know we
else.
will, but I'm just saying that.
Thank you.
I know, I understand what you're saying, but it's just amazing.
Yeah, at this point in time, with a week to
And
go.
if there was one or two things that caused a big incident, that would have been pretty well eaten up.
Well, they've already come to the select board and said they have no more money in their regular budget.
Yeah.
So this must be,
Well, how does he know?
that
Well,
was
he knows
the
what he's spending.
13th,
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're
know-
basically surviving on
the grant.
the donation
The
account.
gift
and,
gift account.
all the
Excuse me.
reimbursements.
Yeah, for the insurance, right?
Right.
But he knows what he's spending or is going to spend, so
For $93,000?
he's already accounted for
I
that.
can't tell you. All I can assume is that might be as an earlier date before some payroll didn't get taken out. That I can't tell
That
you.
would make sense.
That's the only thing I can figure.
They
It's,
haven't posted it yet?
it's interestingly timed, I don't care. but-
So,
That could
so,
be true because the warrant is coming up. On
Yeah,
November,
that's the only
so-
thing I can figure is there's something hasn't
Yeah.
posted, but they're only moving $61.84.
so that's the point that it's gonna make. It's only $61 that they're moving. There's 93,000 or whatever it is in there to spend, but they're only moving 61. I'll make the motion
And
that,
it goes to
Well,
free
they can't
cash.
spend it in another week, but.
I'm just saying, there's 93,000, my whole point was, there's $93,000 with less than a week and a half to go in the
so you
Except
think they
that
should be
they
able to cover the
probably-
61?
Yeah, but they probably haven't posted the payroll and then
Right.
accrual for the 1 week, so that's probably
How
where it
often-
Well,
is.
that's
How
part
often are
of
they
it,
paid?
sure.
They're paid every 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and it corresponds
So
with
that
the
could be a whole
select board
month.
meeting.
That could
Yeah.
theoretically be a
I'm,
whole month.
I'm not asking everybody to spend a lot of thought on it, but I'm just saying, it's interesting.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Yes, it is.
that's all, that,
I
just an
I
interesting
will,
point.
Do we
I
have to
will
move
agree
to-
with you that it's an interesting conversation.
Should we move the question now?
No, I don't.
So
Yeah.
let's
So let me
move it.
make the motion. I'll make the motion that we approve the request as documented.
Second.
Any discussion? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. If I spelled unanimous wrong, it's not my fault.
Late in the day.
So, transfer $48.93 from police full-time wages, of which there is $93,320.15, to police supplies, of which there's negative $48.93. They have erroneously posted an invoice to the supply account when it should have gone to purchase services.
So again, to the point here, that they probably already committed against the 90 plus. And this would put them over. So I'll make the motion that we approve the request as made.
Second.
Once there's a motion, just a topic for discussion. Now we've had a second one that's still using that 93,320.15. Shouldn't it be adjusted every time?
It's the third one coming up too.
No, what I'm saying is the total that they keep subtracting from.
Yes.
Well, yes and no.
It should be.
Yes and
Yeah.
no, because it's not approved, so that's what's in the appropriation.
Right.
Until we approve it, that's the amount that's in there, because it could be disqualified,
I think you should do it, Darren, and deduct it each time and then fell from.
But you have to do the math.
Write it down, you guys
Calculator,
just
where's my
asked it tonight.
Okay, any other
For
discussion?
$48.50.
Any other discussion?
The next one's bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up to what, $60?
No,
64.
6,000.
Oh.
64, is it?
So
Okay,
let's have
any
it.
other discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Okay. And police full-time wages of $6,045.95. I'm not reading that amount again. To police wages overtime, which it was negative $6,045.95. Overtime account overexpended due to COVID absences. Insurance reimbursements were deposited to the wages account. So when they got their insurance, it went to the wages account instead of the overtime.
So I'll make the motion and then we can discuss it. I'll make the motion that we approve the request as documented.
Second.
So this is to the point that we're taking 6,000 and less than $100 out before, but we're taking out 6,000. Shouldn't, to that point that was made, shouldn't they be restating the request?
They can't,
well-
because each one of these is what's in the account at the time they're asking for this.
Right.
Right.
Any one of these could be disapproved, and then we'd have to go in it, so
No,
it
and
stays the same.
And I understand that.
So as long as there's enough money in the account for
Right.
all of it
But
doesn't
then,
matter.
then you get to the point that says 93,000 spent in the last month is kind of a lot of money. Now, maybe there's debt against it, maybe there's payroll against it. I don't know, but it'd be,
You figure there'll be payroll warrant next Monday at the
Yeah.
select board meeting, and there will be at least an accrual for the last week.
right.
Right.
So my point.
So that right there is pretty easy to spend the
Right, and I
93,000.
understand that, but I guess the point would be that on any of these requests, they should be providing some small, simple reconciliation saying this
Sure.
is how this thing will work out. Because,
That makes
Well, they
sense,
could do
this is
that.
what we have.
The,
This is
the nice
what
thing is
have
we can
for
ask the
document,
town
yeah.
accountant to do that, and in the future, we won't accept them until the town accountant's done her reconciliation.
oh, that's good,
How
I
about
like
that?
that, I like that.
Okay, and just another
See
question.
what you sounded
I
there?
know, I'm sorry. The other question is, so they got insurance money that they made a mistake of putting it in the wrong account.
Yep.
So they really, I don't know what that dollar amount was, but they increased their budget by that amount with what we're doing tonight. Or am I looking at that the wrong way?
So why would we get a deposit in the insurance?
Because you get reimbursed from the state for COVID. We were getting reimbursements from the state for COVID. And then I don't know what their insurance pays back, because I know there's some different injured on the job things for police and for fire that I'm not well versed in. All I know is that there are some insurances for that stuff.
So I guess what my ultimate question is, so did we just increase their budget by this amount?
By $6,000.
Well,
We did, but didn't they get it in insurance, Tommy, too?
yes, no, you're right, but we'll have to see what they put in their budget for next time.
Well, I don't think we really increased it. What it is instead of being full-time wages or overtime wages, it was really sick wages or off or paid time off wages.
So, but they got that money, right?
They
Here's
got
where
it.
I'm going, Darren being the dumbest guy in the room. They got that money
Yep.
from insurance,
Mhm.
but it went to the wrong account for whatever reason.
Right.
But and still, we're giving them more money because they did it, but they still got that other money.
They were not giving them more money, they're transferring it
They're
from the
transferring.
one account to
We're
the
not
other.
giving them any
No
more money.
extra money was given.
It's a net zero.
It's net zero, all they're moving it is from one account.
As long as the account or as long as they had a 6,000, all right. So
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
where I'm going, as long as they got $6,000 for
Exactly.
insurance.
Which
Exactly.
now gets back to the reconciliation of the 93,000 status.
That's all.
Well, we can't
So,
assume either that they're spending all that in the next 2 weeks. They
No, no,
may
no,
or they
no,
may not,
no.
so
So if that's coming
probably
in,
won't.
so if that's coming in from the state,
so,
wouldn't there be a
and,
separate account for that to account for reimbursements?
No,
And-
it's a reimbursement against,
It's
it's
a-
a rebate.
it's
It's a
a,
rebate.
it's a pain in the
That was counted on,
tuchus
that was counted
to
on
put a
in
separate
the-
account. When you were getting it back from the federal government, it was a little bit different, but yeah. So, so the answer that we got is, not really. I think if you could just make it clear that the money being transferred is to cover the overtime overage is all from COVID-related insurance claim reimbursements. And they'll probably ask how I'm going to get to June 30th. There is enough in the regular wage account from insurance reimbursements to cover the rest of the overtime for the year. But he was gonna be here tonight, but he had somewhere else to be.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like he said,
I don't have a problem with what he's doing, but just a kind of an interesting way to.
Well,
to kinda-
the nice thing is we have a new town accountant. We can raise her the way we want her.
It's called
Is she
creative
full-time?
accounting.
Is she full-time?
No,
No.
No,
No.
I'm saying no.
And is it someone we know?
Jean
Joel.
Jean Joel, that's it, Joel.
works in
She
Beacon.
came highly recommended from Dan, and Becky knows her. She works for Hubbardston and one other place.
She's in
Oh,
Barry.
good,
Barry, okay,
very good.
so, yeah. So she's here,
So we're
Monday.
regionalizing the accountant's position. Okay.
I
okay,
feel like I said,
Yeah.
I feel like I suggested that.
I think you did.
we,
I think everyone did, but in fairness, I don't
Okay.
remember saying that.
any other discussion in regards to this?
If people say we don't have fun.
Yeah.
Any other discussion on the $6,000? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, unanimous. Okay, is there any other business brought before the board this evening?
Just for discussion, have you
Yep.
heard how they're doing on a town
Mister.
administrator search? Have they now?
They have not started it
I was
as of
gonna say,
yet.
it's not posted, really.
They don't need it, really.
When are they gonna post
Do
it?
you want
Do
me
we
to
know?
throw something at your head very hard?
No.
They don't need it.
They don't.
Not on camera.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
When I came in, I know it was right, was you opening the meeting, but you said there was something you couldn't do at the beginning of the meeting? Was
Oh,
it-
now we can,
Now
we
we
can,
can.
thank you, thank you. Yes, because we couldn't, because there weren't enough of us to
Town
vote.
manager right here.
Amen.
So now we can do the minutes from the June 9th meeting.
Ah,
Because you missed it, because you were only here for the last minute and a half.
that counts.
Well, okay. I have
It was
something
like 2.5 minutes, so he was here for half of it.
Correct.
Okay,
So I'll make the motion that we approve minutes of
June
June
9th.
9th.
Second.
Go ahead, any discussion?
Nothing, no, that's fine.
Discussion?
How can he discuss?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, they're approved.
Was Darren here? I can't remember.
Nope,
was
Darren
Oh,
was out too.
okay.
Darren and Lynn
Yeah,
decided
we
to
were.
do something
Yeah,
more fun than
Yeah,
coming
it was
to
Yeah,
them.
something-
that's
yeah,
right.
we had fun in California.
Yes.
Okay, so Tom, you got something?
Nope. all
You
set.
sure? Okay,
So they haven't even started that process yet.
that is a correct statement.
Why?
You can show up to a select board's meeting and ask them because I've been beating my head against that wall.
Well, they obviously they're gonna have to do something soon, because I don't know that Gary wants the job full-time. I mean,
Gary isn't doing it
Wait a
full
minute.
time.
It's only
He
30
usually
hours.
does it
I don't know,
full-time.
but
He's-
I don't
Yeah,
think he-
He'll continue the way he's going for
Yeah.
quite a while.
Well, and I
Is
understand
that
that,
the,
but
are we all done with our business?
Yes,
Yes.
that's so. Yeah, this is any new business come before the board. So yeah, they. I'll bring it up. I did ask, and I haven't gotten an answer, which I will get back on to the town administrator's voicemail to find out if they've met with all of the unions to find out how those. We can't find out specifics of but just that they're moving forward because we need to be prepared if there's
So we
going
don't
to
know.
be shortages.
So we don't know if there's been agreements reached.
As of yet, I haven't heard that there's been any agreements,
Have
but
they even had
I'm waiting.
negotiations on some of them?
yeah,
Yes.
I'm not sure of all of them, but I know there's been negotiations on some of them. So I sent an email about 3 weeks ago and haven't heard. I was on vacation in between, so I didn't care. So I will follow up with him. Is he in the office tomorrow? Of course not. Tamika, would you be so kind as to please let the acting town administrator know that I sent him an email 3 weeks ago and to please get back to me?
Yes, sir. I mean, yes, ma'am. Sorry, I'm used to reporting to Gary.
Okay. Any other questions, concerns? The only other thing I will say is the select board has been talking about getting together to discuss the budget.
oh, come on, we just finished that.
Well, I think what it is I'm not sure how it all started and who it started, but when you talk to certain people, it's more of like looking at where things were spent and how it all matches up. So,
So not the budget,
But
not preparing the budget, reviewing how things are going.
it depends upon who you ask.
Okay.
Because how, if you watch the meeting, it to me sounded more like starting the budget. And I
That's
said,
correct. That's what Gary wants to do,
It-
August 1st.
For next year?
Well, you're
Yeah.
gonna review the end stuff, but that's gonna be the start of the new one, right?
yeah,
So,
but the thing is, you started August 1st with getting everything going. These department heads will be doing budgets all year long.
Right.
And that's not a good use of their
No.
time. So, you know, because we've done that in the past where we started earlier. We started in October one year, and that's all the departments were doing. And it's,
Well, it may be an opportunity for us to follow up with some of the questions that we asked different departments.
Yep.
To provide backup or do something maybe to help the
Right.
town financially, and we have not heard any
Right.
replies or answers from any of them.
right. So we can,
Amen.
we'll wait to see.
Not,
We'll wait
I mean,
to
I
see
don't
what
wanna
this
get,
is.
I'm not, I will not be starting this budget process, you know, July 1st for the next year.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I
I
agree.
think that some point here, when, after we get through the holidays and whatever, I think that we have to just sit down and say, okay, we asked for this, could you provide, like, I don't wanna go another, for instance, I would not like to go another year without the insurance issues that were brought up at the end of the year that a lot of people didn't have any idea how to tackle that beast. We wait another
Yep.
X amount of time.
Right.
Or, you know, single hauler for rubbish. There was a bunch of different ones that
Yeah,
we
well,
had
they
asked questions.
signed that, so that's all set. That's done.
What's done?
For the town buildings, downtown,
Right, but we had
not
also
for the
said-
residents, but
Right.
for the
Yeah.
town, we
There was
have
a
a
bunch
contract
of
for
little
3
things
years.
that we all
That's a
brought
whole,
up.
you got a whole different subject you were asking us, correct?
Right,
We got a whole bunch of little things that we all made recommendations
yep,
through this whole budget process that if they don't wanna do them, that's fine, but I'm not gonna just let them.
right. So, I mean, we could definitely do that, but I'll,
So would it be beneficial for us to be able to meet with the interim town administrator and just go over the process that we would expect for the budget? What we would expect the department heads to get him, he would then present.
I would, you know, I think you're going down a good trail, but I think I would like to see what he recommends to us before we spend time in a meeting not knowing what he's gonna recommend. So maybe give us something that we can read, and then we can have some comments, and then have a.
And I'm fine with that.
yeah,
I think
I
that's a
don't
good
know
idea.
what his plan is, but
Right.
I am not in the mood at this point of the year to start doing all that.
No,
unless-
but that's a good idea to start a little bit earlier than.
Oh, I don't
than
disagree, but
January
let's
or
see what he
February,
says.
right.
Get some
So,
general questions.
Let's see what his plan is.
So
Right.
then the question would be, the request would be that the town administrator, the interim town administrator, prepare a document that
what he plans on doing.
Outlines his
How-
vision of this
Yeah.
Next year's.
Right,
His-
and
his-
how he
yeah,
intends to
his
be able to
plan.
do it. What he intends to be able to do. I mean, so we're out of Ron and into somebody else at this point, but the whole idea is
Actually,
that,
we're not till October, but go ahead.
well,
Sorry for the correction.
he's not here, so. But the point is that it would be good if he would be able to say, give us a timeline, we're gonna do this, we're gonna go out to the town department heads at this point in time, I'm gonna expect it back at this point in time, here's what we're looking for, there's going to be this kind of metric, I'm on metrics again, but this kind of metrics that would say that this metric justifies what they're requesting, and then we will be presenting it to the FinCom at such and such a date. And that's, that's
And
the
you're gonna
kind
have
of
some,
thing.
you're gonna have your forecasts in there too, though.
Yeah.
Well, his whole
all that
thing,
stuff.
was, from what it sounded like to me, he wanted the new budget done by the department heads by like September 15th.
Okay, that's fine, if that's what they're gonna do, but
Yeah,
what
but
is he asking
How
for?
realistic is that?
Not realistic.
Well,
not realistic, because at that point, you don't know what's coming down the pike. In my opinion, having them do a needs budget and then having them do a budget that's gonna fit with the governor's budget, they're just doing budgeting all year round.
Right.
And that's a lot on the department heads we've already expected a lot to do.
And this coming year, there's there's a whole bunch of big capital items that are coming up to the plate.
Right.
And I know that doesn't affect, well, it's a different. of the
Yes,
whole
but it
bu-
still
but
does
it's-
affect it.
And there are some things that we should know earlier than later. Now, is September 1st the date? Good luck, that's very optimistic.
I'll send him a note to
So
add,
like a
to
wish
send us a
list.
detailed process of what he's
Yeah.
expecting to do.
They've
Yeah,
got
I
a
think that's
whole, they've got a whole capital budget that they're gonna start rolling out, that they wanna do. Some of it's gonna happen, you know, later in the year anyways, and then some of it's gonna go into next year.
We have to approve all of that anyway.
Right.
When
But
it
I'd like
goes
to
in-
know what they're
Roads and
thinking.
all?
Yes.
No, I take it.
He's doing work.
I am working.
Don't let us bother you,
He's
Alex.
multitasking.
But
I
that's
do
all.
listen.
And I think I'm good, unless someone has anything else, I'll
Okay.
make a motion to adjourn.
Okay.
Second, third.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we're all done.
Excellent.